Hey, welcome back. It's Laura at Hyperstamper. I have one of my last Christmas journals of the year ready to go. I just finished it. I'm going to put it in my Etsy shop, hyperstamper.etsy.com. And I used an awful lot of what I have left of my authentic, antique, and vintage Christmas themed ephemera. So there's not a single page or insert in here that isn't Christmas themed. It's pretty cool. On the front is a plate from a children's book from the 1920s, and it's absolutely lovely. I've actually been requested to, if I have more of these, this is my last one. And then I did some of my vintage beads down the sides. And this is actually, this mounting here under the plate is an original antique book cover that I just couldn't do anything with because it was so destroyed. I love the greens and the reds here. And the original title of this book is Dr. Hudson's Secret Journal. I was going to cover up Dr. Hudson's, which the new owner of this can do if they want, and it can still be their secret Christmas journal. And it's fully intact. Let me take you on a journey inside and show you all the wonderful things in here. This is a page from a 1970s children's book, so 50 years old. And this here, oh my gosh, is one of my last Christmas postcards from this year. And it is from 1912. Look at that. Sent to a wonderful woman in Lancaster, New York. It's really beautiful, and to have it that glossy is really quite spectacular. I love it. And the original owner of the book up there inscribed, and some great original first pages of this book so you can do lots of your Christmas journaling here. I did a little stamp here, and this is some Canadian white birch bark, which we see birch themes all over Christmas. It's a vintage Christmas stamp here from my country. And then here is a vintage botanical page. And we've got these wonderful spruce here for Christmas trees. And this is from the 1930s here. A man making a snowman. And I've added antique paper to the front and back so that you can do more journaling there. And under here, this is another page here. Now under here I left it alone because it says a Christmas card up there, and I wanted that theme to be included. Some vintage crochet there, and then this really fun little insert here. We've got this Christmas ad here, and just really fun ads, and that is from the 1950s. Pretty cool. 70 years old. I hand stamped a cardinal there, and some vintage Christmas music. This one here is from 1925. Got this lovely little Christmas scene. And more Christmas music here. Fun cluster. This is from the 50s here. Kids out on the ice sledding and skating. More Christmas tree botanicals. And this is the last page of the story of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. And I just love it. Little Tiny Tim there. A story we all know and love. This is just a fun little image from an antique book here. A sleigh ride in the snow. And then this is from the 1920s, from the same book actually that this came from. You can tell by the colors, the reds and greens. And here's another one of these wonderful vintage postcards from the 70s. Bracebridge is Santa's village. And so you go there in the summer because they close it in the winter because there's too much snow. I kid you not, that's a true story. Christmas tales up here. I have this lovely, wonderful original discoloration, which is one of my favorite things. I never tea dye anything anymore. Everything is so beautifully aged all by itself. This came from an antique school book, and it's how snowflakes are made. Look at how gorgeous that is. Here's a little poem about Jack Frost, and a lovely little winter scene here. And then this is from a 1950s magazine as well. So we have another Christmas tree theme here, and nativity theme here, and little children in their beds dreaming about Christmas pudding and trees. And this is from the story, this here, Curly Tops Snowed In. That was the original first plate, or one of the first plates of the book. And then over here, I turned it into a pocket, and I put another piece in here. And this one is from I think this one is from the 40s. And it is, you remember these ones, Ellsworth the elephant? I'm not sure if you had these in the States, but Ellsworth is in the classroom there having a Christmas party. So just a hoot. I guess elephants don't hoot, but that's what it is there. Another wonderful antique children's book page here. Fun little snowman. I did some hand stamping here. And then again, here is this cover of an antique book that I just couldn't save it. It was in rough shape, and I wasn't sure if the image was brilliant enough to turn into a journal. but it is now an insert. So we've got the curly tops snowed in. I thought that was a great winter theme. And the book was, of course, a Christmas present in, I can't tell if that's 1924 or 34. I think it's 34. And then in here, I put another one of these wonderful original 1950s bingo cards. And this one, again, I pulled out all my bingo cards that had 12 and 25 on them for Christmas. Original first pages of that book are so pretty. Here's more vintage crochet doily there, and antique paper on the back, fun image on the front from the 30s. This is a great advertisement from the 1940s, Butternut Wisdom. We've got the nativity scene down here. And this is very, very cool. I think this is quite historic because it's from December 23rd, 1944. So the brink, nearing the end of World War II. And this was an advertisement in a local newspaper, Christmas greetings and best wishes. So it's in the 40s, almost every advertisement had some kind of theme to supporting the troops in World War II. So that was pretty cool. Got this beautiful majestic deer here, which is very Christmassy, original vintage 1950s wrapping paper. And this is from 1925 from Art Education book. And look at the vibrant colors on that. Beautiful snow scene. And we've got another little Christmas image down here. But this here is from that new book. Well, it's not new. It's an old book from 1947, all about fashions through the ages. But I pulled this one because it's winter fashions. Look at these wonderful women in their gigantic fur muffs. And look at the other side. Oh my God, it's just fantastic. I was having so much fun with this antique book. I love it so much. Okay, we have another plate here. Homeward Bound at Christmas Time. And then another snowstorm page here. Look at these horse and buggies out in the winter. This is just the flip side of that art page. I left this one completely blank. You can use some mixed media or play with some of the things that I've given you in the journal. Look at this one here. So I tried to do some research. It is a blank. It's not a postcard. It would have been sort of like just a card you would write a note on. It's Christmas themed, but we think it's from about 1910. And when I say we, I mean me, myself, and I. I like to pretend I consult with people. I do not. Oh, Laura. So horse and buggy here. This is from a vintage book. Pretty little poem there. And then over here, I've got another fabulous page from the 50s and the first Christmas morning. Isn't that fun? And then here she is on the phone. Make it a Merry Christmas. I love it so much. And then up here, I really like this. I think you will too. This is from the 1950s Betty Crocker cookbook. Look at these cookies. Isn't that wonderful? And got some wonderful recipes on the back. And I challenge you, if this becomes your journal, if you buy any of my journals with a recipe in it, try the recipe. They hold fast and true. This is one of these, this was actually a card given out by a baking soda company. It was often teas or cigarettes or all kinds of different products gave out these kinds of collectible cards, but this is from Arm & Hammer. And that is another snow bunting. I've used a few snow buntings in my Christmas journals. And this is just a really fun little ad. Season's greetings from Gravy Master, the colorful seasoner. Vintage green and red printed sewing pattern. This is from the 1880s, and little kids having a snowball fight here with a villager. More shapes of snowflakes. Look at how beautifully that staining is all original. I just love it. I love staining. More staining. This is just a fun. It was a book cover, and it was too damaged to do anything with, except make tags, which I love. So you can journal on the back of that. These are over 100 years old. These little banknotes, but I chose them because yes, they're red and green. That's just a cute little thing I pulled from a vintage book. Another antique book page. This here is a lovely picture of snow sports, snowshoeing at night in 1890, curling 1875, maple syrup. And this is from that beautiful Robin's Christmas book, The Wise Robin. I love it. Isn't that pretty? And then here's another wonderful magazine page. Yum! That's right, that's from the 1950s. There's another one of these wonderful Robin pages. Another Pearl Shop receipt because it's red. That was the red copy, customer copy. And the internal spine of the book here. And I stamped that and more Christmas pages. So I hope you love it as much as I loved making it. Don't forget to come back soon and subscribe. Bye for now.